NASCAR unveiled the start times for every 2026 Truck, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and Cup Series event.
NASCAR has just made a major announcement about the 2026 season, and it's leaving fans and insiders talking. Big changes are on the way, from the race schedules to broadcasting networks, and it's clear this will have a huge impact on the future of the sport. As the details continue to emerge, it's evident NASCAR is reshaping everything, and fans can't stop speculating about what's next. On November 13, 2025, NASCAR shocked the world with an unexpected announcement, revealing the start times, broadcast networks, and major changes for the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and Craftsman Truck Series. This news comes on the heels of the complete release of the 2026 schedule back in August. But what's new now? NASCAR has confirmed exactly when and where each of the races will air and how fans can tune in. The 2026 season is going to be full of exciting developments, not the least of which is the return of Chicagoland Speedway, a track fans have been waiting to see again. There will be 9 points, paying night races in the Cup Series, and NASCAR is betting on fan engagement to bring the thrill back to the sport. This season will feature the usual blend of old favorites and new challenges, all in an attempt to continue growing the sport and make NASCAR more accessible than ever. But it's not just the races themselves that have the internet buzzing. It's the changes in the way fans will be watching NASCAR. The first big piece of the puzzle is the official start times for the 2026 Cup Series races. For fans of the sport, these times will dictate when to set their alarms and prepare for race day excitement. The opening event, the Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium, will kick off the season on February 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. The Daytona 500, arguably the crown jewel of NASCAR, is scheduled for February 15th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, an iconic race time that will again be broadcast live on FOX. The schedule for 2026 includes fan favorites like the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway on May 24th, set for a thrilling 6 p.m. ET start. The Nashville Superspeedway race on May 31st will also be a notable event, with a 7 p.m. ET start time. There are multiple exciting events like these throughout the season, but with 2026 marking the return of Chicagoland Speedway on July 5th, that will undoubtedly be a race many fans are eagerly awaiting. The announcement also reveals a shakeup in broadcast networks. While FOX will carry the bulk of races early in the season, the NBC Sports Network will take over the second half of the season, with coverage shifting to USA for many of the key races. Notably, the Daytona regular season finale on August 29th will air on NBC at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. With such a significant change in broadcasting schedules, NASCAR is clearly making a calculated attempt to cater to an ever-growing digital audience, while still maintaining a strong TV presence. For the 2026 O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, things will follow a similar path, though with the races being aired on the CW instead of traditional cable channels. These races, starting with the Daytona International Speedway event on February 14th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, will offer fans a different viewing experience, but will maintain the same level of intensity and competition. As expected, NASCAR fans have already started to share their opinions on the changes. And while there's excitement about the new developments, the fan base is also vocal about some aspects they're not happy with. On X, formerly Twitter, reactions were quick and varied. One fan voiced their displeasure, saying, "Kill the playoffs and maybe I'll watch. I'm done otherwise." This comment sparked some debates about NASCAR's recent playoff system, with fans divided on whether the changes have been for the better. The introduction of a playoff format in recent years has been met with mixed feelings, with some fans feeling that it detracts from the purity of the racing and focus on the best driver over an entire season. Another fan made a passionate plea about race times, particularly for the Talladega Superspeedway race. A 2:15 p.m. Dega start time is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care how many more couch potatoes you get to view it. Dega shouldn't start later than 12:30, 1:00 CST at the latest. How about thinking about the fans for once, not just viewers on TV? I've already lost one of our relatives from attending because of the late start. The commenter expressed frustration over late race times, believing that it doesn't consider the fans who want to attend the race in person. This is a common criticism, as NASCAR has struggled in the past to balance TV viewership with the actual fan experience at the tracks. Meanwhile, some fans were disappointed about the absence of certain programs on NBC during the race slots. A user tweeted, "What crucial programming in NBC on Sundays is preventing these races from being on there instead of USA Network?" Also, if you're going to throw it on USA, why can't that also be simulcasted on Peacock for those who have Peacock? This fan seemed to be questioning why NASCAR events aren't airing on NBC proper, particularly during the summer months when major sports typically dominate television. Others expressed concerns about competing with football. One commenter, reflecting on the crowded sports schedule, said, "Hell yeah, what a great idea to start a race during the peak football season times." This user highlighted the challenge of competing for eyeballs during one of the busiest periods in sports television. NASCAR's late-season schedule could potentially clash with prime NFL games, affecting overall viewership. Yet, NASCAR remains steadfast in its position, hoping to capitalize on its established fan base while appealing to new audiences as well. The post-race interviews after the championship are also set to be aired on platforms like YouTube and X due to the restrictions around broadcasting rights. As the championship race moves to NBC, it has to contend with Football Night in America, meaning that once the race concludes, NASCAR fans will be directed to online platforms for exclusive post-race content. There's no denying that NASCAR is pushing for a more inclusive experience, and with the rise of digital media, the 2026 season might mark a new era for the sport. By partnering with different networks and expanding its reach through multiple platforms, NASCAR is working to adapt to the modern viewer. The push to simulcast on streaming services like Peacock is a step in the right direction for fans who may not have access to traditional cable channels. Moreover, the strategic changes to the schedule seem designed to appeal to a broader audience. From the late-night races to the iconic Daytona 500 start time, NASCAR is looking to mix things up, ensuring there's something for everyone, whether you're a lifelong fan or a newcomer to the sport. But with all this change, NASCAR must also address concerns from its core fan base. The championship format, race times, and network shifts are all big talking points. If these changes aren't handled carefully, they risk alienating longtime fans in favor of new viewers who may not have the same level of attachment to the sport. As we look forward to the 2026 season, it's clear that NASCAR is trying to break new ground while keeping its traditional audience satisfied. Whether it's the return of familiar tracks like Chicagoland Speedway or the shift to USA and the CW, the changes are coming fast and furious. NASCAR's decisions could be game-changing for the sport, but only time will tell if these strategies will pay off in the long run. What's certain is that NASCAR fans are in for an unpredictable and exciting ride as they watch the sport evolve. And whether you're tuning in from home or attending the races in person, 2026 is shaping up to be a season full of surprises, changes, and new opportunities. So get ready, because NASCAR's future is coming in hot, and stay tuned for more exciting updates.